favorite pieces for band of all time. We have one more for you. You may notice, just a piece of explanation for why we're moving around so much. In band, certain sections have multiple parts within the section, so there might be 3 separate clarinet parts or 3 separate trumpet parts, and we rotate who plays what between each song. So that's why they're all shuffling around back there. It's not just for exercise. We have one more song, but before that, I want to do just a little recognition. After we play our last song, we will clear the stage. There'll be an intermission for concert choir. So every year in band and choir, we have students audition for ILMEA ensembles. So that's the Illinois Music Education Association. They run a series of honor bands and honor choirs that lead up to the All-State Band, Jazz, Orchestra, and Choir in Peoria in January. And first, I'd like to take a second to just recognize the students who participated in ILMEA had to put together an audition of some very challenging music on their instrument or on their voice part. They then submitted this audition and then were potentially selected for further groups. So first, I'd just like to recognize if you auditioned for IMEA for band, jazz, choir, anything, will you please stand or percussion wave and be recognized? And then we like to, both Mr. Crawford and myself, like to make a special point of recognizing students who have achieved the distinction of All-State. This means that they are among the best in the entire state of Illinois on their instrument, voice part, etc. And we have 3 of them in this band this year, which is the most students that we've had selected for All-State since I have been here, and I think for many years from Princeton High School. And I can tell you that they all deserve it. All 3 of these students have absolutely worked their butt off, and I can attest to that, having taught all of them since 6th grade. I can see the progress they've made as musicians and as young people, and there's nobody better to represent us at that highest stage. So first, I'd like to recognize Angela Frost, who will be going to All-State on the ceiling. Lydia Johnson, who will be going to All-State on the front today. And last but not least, Levi Boggs will be representing us on the team. So these students will spend 3 days making music in Peoria at the end of January and perform with ensembles consisting of hundreds of the best musicians.
Glory where Mr. Olson left off. I'm not going to go into a big description about ILMEA because he's already done all that. But we had several students up here audition for the ILMEA ensembles, and we had a very strong representation. And we have 2 students selected for All-State, but only 1 get to go, and I'll explain why. So to participate in ILMEA All-State, you have to attend their district festival in November. And we had a young man who scored very, very well in his audition. Would have put him in the All-State Honors Chorus. He was ranked as the #1 tenor in our district. He would have auditioned to sing the national anthem for the IHSA State Tournament Series for basketball and things like that. But unfortunately could not attend because he was busy on Bryant Field playing football that day. And, yeah, exactly, right? So that person being Kate Odell, right there on table 2. Kate and I, we had a very in-depth discussion about this, and it was one of those things where, and you know, he can correct me if I'm wrong, but I ultimately told him, like, I can't let you go sing because you play football. I will not take you away from football. However, God forbid, and we are going to knock on wood that this doesn't happen, if you get hurt and you can't play, you're going to go sing. And he was like, okay. I was like, but we're going to hope you don't get hurt. And thank God he didn't get hurt. And you know what? He is very talented in multiple things, and I'm glad that he took that experience to audition, but at the same time, I'm glad he stood for what he wanted to do. And I told him numerous times, you know, whatever Kate decides is the right answer. Not what mom and dad want, not what I want, not what your coaches or teammates want. It's what you want, and I will support that. And his answer was, you know, I really want to play football. And I said, then don't lose. and they didn't. They did not. So all is well. But Kate Odell would have made our All-State Honors Choir this year as a tenor too. And our recipient that was selected that will get to participate. It has been an absolute joy watching this individual come out of their shell and develop more and more every year, just being comfortable with what they do and building confidence in what they do, both musically, through theater, through just life. And I'm very excited to announce that going to Peoria to represent us will be Mr. Mark Kirkpatrick.